Hey everybody, it's your man DJ Gatsby, host of the BBE podcast. Now, you guys may have seen me on earlier, about 30 minutes ago. I tried to go live through my streaming platform, and I looked at the quality once I done, and I was like, yo, I can't leave that up. So we're back. We're going to recap the show that we just did. I don't usually do Facebook Live, but in this instance, I really need to, because I had a problem with my streaming platform that I was using with StreamYard, and the quality was just horrible. So once again, it's DJ Gatsby, it's the BBE podcast. We back on the air with this every Tuesday. We're going to get down with this at 6 p.m. It's the first show we're launching back. So bear with me, man. We're going to get this done. We're going to do it right. First of all, I want to say Father's Day to all the Father's Day that was celebrating past Sunday. If nobody told you, I'm going to tell you, man, God loves you. So does your family. So do your children. No matter what's going on in your life or how you feel as a father, man, stand tall, stand proud, 10 toes down. You're a dad. God made you a father, man, and celebrate in that glory. Be the best father you can be, man. Be the father God meant you to be. And I'm going to leave that right there. Big shout out to all the Father's Day wishes that I got from my family, man, and friends. It was very nice. It was one of my best Father's Days ever. And I just thank God, man, for allowing me to be a father. Grandfather, and a great-grandfather as well, man. I got 2 great grandkids, man. Legend in the mirror, man. Peace to y'all. You know, Grandma just love the kids. But in the meantime, between time, we're going to talk about some real serious business right here, man. And that business is going to be about the politics really quickly. The election's coming up. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you know where to vote, man. Follow these politicians very carefully. There's a lot more at stake than just the president. We have a lot of information that we're going to be sharing in the coming weeks about voter registration drives, and how you can participate in the political process, man. Also, on the business side, man, we got some programs that will be coming on. We got some guys that are going to come on and talk specifically about LLCs, how to start a business, how to do an S Corp, how to do trust funds, how to secure bank accounts for your business, how to secure credit for your business, and how to use that money in order to make sure you're taking advantage of all the services and opportunities that are going to be afforded to you having your own business. How to, make sure the money you spend on your business, you get credit for it at tax time. And how to put your money back in your business and make it grow. That's what we do. It's a Black Business Entrepreneur podcast, and that's our main focus. That's what we're going to do. But in the meantime, we want to talk about the new show. It's going to be every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we're concentrating on music, sports, entertainment, education, politics, and community activism. A lot of people are doing things in the community that need to be known about. A lot of people are doing things in the community that they need to get credit for. And this show and this platform is definitely a place where we honor people who do things for the community. Because without the community activists and the people that are fighting for us in our communities, a lot of the goods and services that we have and quality of life just wouldn't be what it's supposed to be. So if you are a community activist, NAACP, AFL-CIO, whatever it is, man, Masons, some of the sororities, some of the fraternities, you want to come on and talk about who you are and what you do, man, and have a platform, man, we are here for you. Like I said, Black businesses are in the community. We want to be a part of the community. That means we have to work to make the community be as good as it possibly can, man, for us to strive. So again, we did the Facebook Live. The quality was horrible. The stream didn't go out. I didn't realize till it was over. That was from 6 to 6:30. Don't look for it. I deleted it. It's gone. But I had to immediately go back on. So let me do my show again, man, because I got too many viewers. I got too many followers. I got too many supporters, man, to be doing something half, you know the term. So I had to get back on and do it right. Once again, it's DJ Gatsby, the BBE podcast. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, we hyped up. Yeah, we doing big things, man. You know, check out the drip. We doing what we need to do, man. We trying to start a movement here, man. And with that, I want to invite anybody and everyone who wants to be on the show, man. Get at me, get at me. I have a list of people that I invite, but then I also have time slots and time for people who want to come on the show. No matter how big your business is, no matter how small it is, Even if it's just a dream and you're calling to ask questions or you want to be on a guest to get some information about what's going on, feel free to do that, man. That's what we do here. So big shout out to everybody that's following me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We appreciate your support. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're on Facebook, please follow. And if you're on Instagram or TikTok, man, follow as well, man. You know, I follow back. So once again, it's DJ Gash at the BBE Podcast, man. I'm a big basketball fan. You know, particularly a New York Knicks fan. Knicks out from the playoffs. They got ousted, you know, by Indiana. Didn't like it. We suffered a lot of injuries. We had a lot of players out. We couldn't make it, man. Indiana went on to lose to Boston. Boston Eastern Conference Finals. Eastern Conference facing Dallas. Now, I watched all 5 games. I thought it was going to be a sweep early when they lost the first 3. Kyrie's my dude. I've been liking Kyrie since he was with the Cavaliers and won the chip with LeBron James. And I was just pulling for him, you know, as a player, you know, that he would get his chance to get another chip. But kudos to the Boston Celtics, man. Jaylen Brown, Tatum, and the rest of that squad over there, man. You guys did a phenomenal job. You did it in style. You did it with class. You know, you made us proud for the NBA, man. And again, to the Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic and Kyrie, man, you guys put up the good fight. You know, it ain't over. Who knows? Next year you might be there again. But everybody up there in Boston, man, y'all go ahead, pop them bottles and rock them green jerseys. Get ready for the parade. You deserve it. You did great this year. You really did great. Also, I want to talk about my authors, man. You know, we a book lover. We love the movies and everything, man. So I want to talk about a few people who that I followed and supported and worked with over the years who currently have their books made into movies. You know, these cats in transition from authors to screenwriters and movie producers, man. And first and foremost, I want to talk about my man, Leo Sullivan. That's right, Leo Sullivan, that dude out in Atlanta. Met Leo, along with everybody I'm going to mention now, at the Harlem Book Fair years ago, man, maybe 10 years ago. When I first started a DJ's Gatsby's book club, I was living down in the DMV area in Maryland. And I met Leo Sullivan, humble dude. He had a Leo Sullivan t-shirt on, you know, just chilling, you know, just checking out the scene and, you know, moving around and taking everything in. And I met him, took a couple of pictures with him, and subsequently started following him once I had started my WB Media Group doing the advertising, marketing, promotion for authors and publishers and people in the book business. And worked with him. He did business with me. Worked with a lot of his authors. I did book reviews. I think we had a Blog Talk radio show at that time. We did print interviews. So, man, love to Leo Sullivan, man, and all the good work he's done. Now, the films that he had, I watched them all. Excellent. One of my favorites is Summer Madness. Great film, great cast, great writing, which is a trademark for him and his style of movies that he's producing. The other one is the Gangster's Daughter series. I think there's 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if 3 is out, man. I haven't really followed it, you know, lately. But yeah, I was on top of that, man. Checking all those movies out there on the Tubi platform, and you know, I got lost with a lot of movies on Tubi that were coming out. Didn't know the authors, or didn't know the names, and didn't really had heard too much about them. So what I started doing was I was checking to see who's producing the films. And if it was somebody that I knew, somebody that I had worked with, somebody I knew from the book business, I'm checking their films out. So big shout out to Leo Sullivan. Great job, man. You know, I'd love to get you on the podcast one day. I know you're busy. You got a lot of things going on with your businesses. And, you know, I wish you the best of luck, man. You and your darling wife and the family. Keep doing what you're doing, man. We're following you. We're going to be doing awards for the top 10 movies of the year, particularly Tubi. So it's Tubi's top 10 of the year. WB Media Group is going to be announcing those sometime. It's one of the things that we're doing, trying to honor and give some recognition to these cats out here that are doing these movies, man. Big shout out to my man Silk White up in New York. I met Silk White also, Harlem Book Fair that year, man. that whole class of authors that came, I can't remember what, I want to say 2015, but I met Silk White. Great dude, great author, great films. Check him out. You know, Google it, man, and check his films. You know, these dudes have been in the game for a while. You know, they from the ground up. They started writing books. Now they're doing films. Silk, man, I rocks with you. Hard body. I want to talk to you about being on the show too, man. Just to bring a little light, man. You know, share the spotlight a little bit, man. Come on the podcast and talk about what you're doing, man. I would really appreciate it. Raquel Williams, talented young lady. Very, very talented young lady, man, that I had the pleasure of working with some of her early books when she was started as an author before she became a publisher and film producer. I understand she has a film in the works, so she's doing some casting right now. So, Raquel, congratulations, man. You deserve it. You know, you're a phenomenal talent, man, and keep doing what you're doing. Again, open invitation to be on the podcast. You know, we spoke. I know you very, very well. Admired your work as an author, and am looking forward to seeing the films that you're working on. You know, so yeah, DJ Gatsby, W Media Group, man, we rock with you. You know, as well as everybody I'm gonna mention in this segment. Another person is Nicola Mitchell. Nicola, I always get her name right. Good friend of mine. I met her at the First Read Expo. Didn't meet her at the Harlem Book Fair. I met her at the First Read Expo, I believe, in 2015. Cobb Cultural Arts Center, a convention center or something down here. That was a great event for me as well. That's the first year I had launched WBMG Publishing, which is a boutique publishing company that I own. And we were there with our first couple of books. I believe it was Andrew Yvette, Lounge Time Stories, may have been The Good and the Bad, and George Naim Cash. And we were promoting books at that time as well. So we have tons of books, and we met tons of authors at that First Read Expo. I believe Rita Clark was there with her team of authors. David Weaver was there. LaDonna Marie, international award-winning author. LaDonna Marie, I love her. LaDonna, how you doing? I got to get you on the show. I know you've been a guest before, but we're doing things different now. The platform is different. So, LaDonna Marie, I want you back. Yeah, and congratulations on all the accolades that you're doing so much, man. You're international, worldwide, award-winning author and poet, man. So it's been a pleasure to know you. And again, man, congratulations on what you're doing. But back to the films, man, and back to the people that's doing the films. I don't want to forget anybody now, because I've been a film buff. I think I was reader. Then I went into the movies, and then I got back into reading, but I'm back into the movies now because they're making movies about the books that I read. And saying that, I want to congratulate Zenobia Alexander. That's right, Zenobia Alexander from Queens. You know, I love you, man, and your family. You've been a good friend to DJ Gatsby's book club, WB Media Group, the talk show with DJ Gatsby, the Blog Talk Radio show. Like, you've been rocking with me in every platform that I've had. And Zenobia, I'm so happy that you just celebrated, you know, the screening and release of your latest movie. And you've done a lot of things. You did a play. You've done a lot, man. Your publishing company is doing big things. You got some very talented authors and some nice books over there. I think Zenobia Alexander is the same. Snow is another pen name. So if any of those books by Snow or Zenobia Alexander, it's still her, man. But congratulations on the film. Didn't see your film. I heard about it. Wasn't in New York to see the screening. But yeah, I'll talk to you about that. You'll let me know what I need to know. And I would love for you to come on the show and talk about your film and your journey. You know, we worked. I met you in Queens. Did an interview, and we spoke. I also met you in Harlem. I forgot the lit joint we did with a friend of mine. I can't even think of his name right now, man. I'm so rushed, man, because that first show that I just shot about an hour ago didn't go good. But yeah, we met. I've been working with you on your books. I've interviewed you before. I need to get you on the podcast. I've seen you do a Bible Book Festival in the Bronx. Like, we done met in Queens, the Bronx, Harlem. You're a good friend to me and WB Media Group and DJ Gas's book club, man. So kudos to you, man. I mentioned Nicola Mitchell, great talent. Met her as well at the First Read Expo in Atlanta. She had her movie that was produced and aired on Lifetime, starring Tatiana Ali. And I keep forgetting the name of that movie. I mean, even when I did the first, we shot the first episode for today earlier, and I couldn't think of the name, but Nicola Mitchell, great talent, phenomenal talent, man. She's doing big things with her nonprofit organization, Girls Who Brunch. They go on tour, mentoring young girls and empowering them and celebrating them in ways like I haven't seen anyone do before. So kudos to Nicola Mitchell, Girls Who Brunch tour. Congratulations on the film. It's on demand on Lifetime, starring Tatiana Ali. And yeah, Nicola, I got to get you on the show, man. Everybody I mentioned it, man. I know publicly, personally, we've worked together. But the podcast is back. You know, and the podcast is doing big things. And we're reaching more and more people, being on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Audible, Google Podcasts, and many others, including TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So, man, thanks for all the support. And make sure you subscribe. When you go to these platforms, particularly mine, subscribe to the page, man. It gives you additional information and allows me to contact you in ways I wouldn't be able to. We have giveaways. We have other opportunities that you can take advantage of, particularly with the Black Business Entrepreneur Podcast and even the website, the Buy WBMG website, which is the Buy WB Media Group website. That we're featuring authors, we feature their merchandise, we feature their books with links directly to them. We're not a third party, we're not a middleman. We're just facilitating your contact to these people and these other organizations that you can support, man, and buy merchandise. Once again, it's DJ Gaston, man, the Black Business Entrepreneur Podcast, part 2, because we had to come back on. Originally, we couldn't get it done. What else we talking about, man? I'm just so happy to be back on. Again, it's every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My guest could be anybody. Like I said, music, sports, entertainment, politics, community activism, man, nonprofits, like whatever it is, you know, we got you. But before I go, I need to talk a little bit about WBMG Publishing. WBMG Publishing is a small boutique publishing company owned by me. That's right. DJ Gatsby is a book publisher that owns WBMG Publishing. We have 6 authors and about 8 or 9 books that are out now. We got other stuff that's going to be coming. Our latest book is entitled Fate, by Arthur Forrest Fate. And it's the story of one man's struggle to survive a life of crime. Urban lit, street lit, based on actual events, man. That's what we do at WBMG Publishing. Check it out. It's available in paperback, as well as on Kindle. 5-star reviews on Amazon. You can buy it on the WBMG.com website. You can also order books directly from me, and I'll have that information on the WBMG Publishing page on Facebook. But check it out. You know, I designed the cover. I do a little graphics arts as well. So WBMG Publishing's Fate, one man's journey living a life of crime. All right. The other book that I want to talk about is as our number one author. His name is Author George Niam Cash. If you follow the WBMG podcast, or if you follow DJ Gatsby show, you'll know he's a reoccurring guest. We grew up together, good friends. That book is called The Good and the Bad by George Niam Cash. Now, this is the first book that we published with him. We're celebrating 10-year anniversary of this book. We're going to be going on an East Coast tour for his book this year, actually in July. We're going to be starting in Atlanta. We're going to go through Columbia, South Carolina. We're going to be in Baltimore and also in New York. I think we're going to be in New York last week in July. Again, promoting the book, celebrating the 10-year anniversary of of The Good and the Bad. Now, also The Good and the Bad, he's released part 2. It's actually available for pre-order. I think it'll be on sale on July 17th. That's The Good and the Bad 2. If you follow me on Facebook or any of the social media profiles, you'll see we revealed the cover. If you go on Amazon, you'll be able to pre-order the book. And it'll be for sale worldwide through Amazon on July 17th. So check my man out, George Lamb Cash, WBMG Publishing, The Good and the Bad Part 1, and Part 2 is dropping on the 17th. The other book that we had a lot of success with is called A Prison Life. It's part of a Prison Life series of books that he's written. And these books are all based on his experience in jail, in prison, incarcerated in New York. Sing Sing Prison, I think Denmark Prison, as a couple of more places that he's been. You know, listen, street life ain't easy, man. You know, some people talk about it, some people don't talk about it, some people write about it. He's a brother who's been through the criminal justice system, you know, from drug charges, gun charges, bank robbery, and major felony offenses. Read this book. You'll get some insight on that and how he survived and went on, you know, to become a very successful author and homeowner and other successes in his life, man. So big shout out to my man, Naeem Cash. I'll see you in New York, man, in July. The other authors that I have, and I'm sorry I don't have the books in front of me. The first one that we had worked with was called The Lounge Time Stories by Andrea Yvette. Very talented writer. We actually had a series of short stories that we were supposed to publish with her, but we didn't get a chance to for whatever reasons. But big shout out to Andrea Yvette, great talent. She was part of WBMG Publishing when we did the Lounge Time Stories, and man, and I actually consider her the first lady of WBMG Publishing at the time. We're really close friends now, and I'm looking forward to working with her again in the future. Madeline Namro, she's a Polish author from Eastern Europe, Poland. I met her online. She saw me advertising, marketing, publishing books for other authors and asked me to help her publish her books in the States. We had a great relationship. We got along fine, and I did some books for her. Later, and those books, the children's books, the first one is called All of My Favorite Stories. It's a coloring book, great book, man. Madeline Namro, All of My Favorite Stories on Amazon. Please get it if you have a child, 10 years old, and likes to read and likes the colors. It's a very entertaining and charming book. I'm sure your kids will like it, and you will enjoy it as well. The other book is called Storytime with Madeline. I share author credits with her on that book. We collaborated on that book, so we have a series of short stories, individual short stories that are being published for Kindle. At this point, I believe we have 2. We published 2 already. They're available on Kindle. You can check the Amazon for that. It's Madeline Namro and Jeff Gatsby Wilson for those children's books that are on Kindle. And yeah, go check us out, man. She's been very supportive, and I can't say enough about Madeline. Talented. She writes science fiction. She also is very much into the state of the world, the state of science and technology, and she has books concerning that as well. So Madeline Naro, kudos to you. Thank you for all you do. And again, thanks for allowing me to collaborate with you on the children's books. That's right, DJ Gatsby got the children's books out. And check those out. I'll give you more information, man, on my Facebook page about those books. We've been busy doing so many other things, man, but children's books are timeless. Again, they're for young children. You can read them if your child is learning to read. They're for that age group from 5 to 10, man. And that's called Storytime with Madeline and All of My Favorite Stories with Madeline. And the other one is Madeline Naro and Jeff Gatsby Wilson is a children's book series on Kindle, published by WBMG Publishing. I don't have his book, but it's another cat that I know from New York, His name is Rashid Wise. He's also known as Baby Boy. On the book, Money by Blood in the 845, it's by Baby Boy, and that's the name that he's using, Baby Boy. But make no mistake, it's my man Rashid Wise from the Valley, from the hill. Grew up there, hustled there, got money there. All of these stories about urban street life, you know what I'm saying? Not glorifying street life and life of crime or nothing like that. We just telling you what it is, how it was. It's cautionary tales. And George Nine Cash has done a great job with the good and the bad and prison life. My man Forrest Fate done a fantastic job with Fate. And Rashid Wise, Baby Boy, has done a tremendous job with Money by Blood in the 845. Check them 3 joints out. WBMG Publishing, your man DJ Gatsby Publishing Company published his book, Bringing Cats Out the Hood, man. It's sharing their stories with the world through my publishing company, man. I also want to talk about a dude that this isn't a book that I published, but he's a mentor of mine. He's a sports historian, entertainer, radio. I mean, the dude's got a long list of things that he's done. He founded the African American Sports Hall of Fame. I can't say enough about him. You'd have to go in my archives, man, and check out the interviews that I've had. His name is Arif Khatib. He's out in California. Very, very instrumental in documenting the history of African American and Native American athletes, people in sports who've been marginalized and or forgotten about, or not given the respect and accolades that they deserve in print and as well as film. Now, this is the book, In the Shadow of Obscurity, that he wrote about those authors. About those athletes who are kind of unsung in sports annals. So make sure you check out the book, man. Arif, I love you. You're a mentor. You're a friend, man. You're like a father figure, and I appreciate all the love and support you've given me all the years that you continue to this day, and look forward to having you on the show again. Now, Arif has converted this book to a film, and the film is called Because They Believed. It's a documentary written by Arif Khatib and Pete Elman. The book is produced by Elvin Nelson Hayes and E&H Publications, man. But the film is an historical film. It's a documentary, man. And, schools are using it as an educational tool. Colleges are using it as an educational tool. And he's traveling around the country, man, talking about this book and this film. I went to a screening here in Atlanta. I believe it was last year, where he was with John Carlos, track and field hero from the 1967 Olympics. You guys remember the dudes with the black fist up, made the protest in Mexico City at the Olympics. Yeah, he was there with John Carlos and had him speaking about his role in sports, in particular that incident. So, yeah, man, Arif Khatib, I'll hold the book up one more time, man. In the Shadow of Obscurity. Make sure you check it out. Available on Amazon. You can contact Arif Khatib. He's online. And also his publisher, Elvin Nelson Hayes, E&H Publishing, man. I'm not going to keep you guys too long because, we like I said, we had to do a rebroadcast. This is going straight Facebook Live. I may be able to stream it, iHeart Radio and the other podcasts, Audible and Spotify, and even download it for YouTube. Because I don't really do Facebook Live. I stream to Facebook Live from my streaming platforms that I use. It was Lisbon or StreamYard, but there was problems with the server. The audio was horrible and the visual was horrible. I took it down. So if you missed that Facebook Live earlier, this is the recap of it because we had to do it again. All right, so make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok, and YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, man. Click that subscribe button, man. And again, if you want to be a guest on the show, I'm inviting people to call me. I'm giving out my number, 914-483-9496. You can call, speak to me directly, or you can text me to leave a message about being a guest on the show. Serious inquiries only. It's not a game. It's not a joke. We do this for real. And the help that we give, the opportunities that we give, are priceless. The information that we disseminate is necessary and needed, man. So please contact me if you'd like to be on the show to discuss your brand and your business, man, and increase your social media footprint through streaming. So once again, it's DJ Gatsby, the Black Business Entrepreneur, host of the talk show with DJ Gatsby, saying thank you for watching. Please share this video and share the information about the good news, which is the Black Business Entrepreneur Podcast is back every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching. And remember, God bless all of you, and put God first in all that you do. Thank you. Until next time.